So, 28th of June, 2022. Right about. It's not the 28th, is it? It's the 26th. Sorry. Where that came from, I don't know, but it keeps doing it. So the 26th may be very, very important for some. 28th, sorry, may be very important for somebody. The 26th is you are strong enough. It's strength. It's don't doubt yourself. Believe. Healing. The back, the heart. There's a lot of people I've spoken to over the last couple of days going through a lot of things. And we're facing those endings that they've been telling us about. And a lot of them have come in shock ways. But Astro DJ is giving me a song. I don't know who sang it, but I do recognise it. It's Don't Give Up. So no matter what you're going through, there will always, and I can guarantee you, there will always be somebody going through worse than you. So don't give up. If you're thinking about giving up, you bloody message. Don't give up. There's always a way out. It's just that 9 times out of 10 we just don't want to choose that way out. So don't give up. You are strong enough. Let's see what they have to say today. I said, didn't I, it's not going to be easy. The astrology says it's not going to be easy. We've just got to hang in there. Stay strong and live in our truth. And it's not going to be easy. And other people are going to make it harder. So let's see, shall we? It's positivity. That's what we need. It's a bit of positivity. Let's see, shall we? So, the Strength card. Leo energy. Proud. Straight back. There it is, cutting on that. Can you see that? Spirit does that every time. Cutting on the card that we need. So, let's see, shall we? So you're doubting yourself. There's some hard lessons to learn. And that crossroads has been reached. Libra energy or a Libra cusper. So Scorpio Libra or Virgo Libra, but it doesn't have to be. It's not feeling protected, not feeling safe. It is harsh words and it's a damaged soul really. could be a violent man. Doctors, priests, lawyers making bad decisions. And then in comes the tall, handsome stranger. This is the gypsy card for the tall, handsome stranger. Or a fire sign energy. Immature, passionate. It's about rebellion. It's about breaking the shackles that hold you back. Coming out of a toxic situation where you're being manipulated. Capricorn energy. It's the number 15. Which I'm really pleased about because there's a young lady I know that is her birth card and she's actually in hospital at the moment. She's coming out of that toxic situation. So we're looking towards the future, deciding, do we go around in circles? Do we keep repeating the same old mistakes? Or do we take this new path and begin a brand new journey? The 14. Again, addictions, Sagittarius energy. There's Leo and Scorpio mentioned. The fire signs, I know I've been going through it. But this is having to learn the hard lessons. Being put through the blacksmith's forge and battered and battered and battered until you come out like a beautiful sword. But there is so much to go through. Addictions to overcome. Issues with the hips and thighs, so hip operations, stuff like that. But it's making yourself stronger. And that's why you don't feel strong enough, because you've been through enough already. And you just don't think you can take any more, but you can. Spirit is saying this toxic situation is ending. Someone here is putting blocks in your path, deliberately trying to confuse you. Children may be involved. So we have a lot of Leo energy here. Sagittarius, Capricorn, material things, possessions, keeping up with the Joneses, caring too much about what other people think, all blocking your path. So 15 is positive, but the 14 today and the 19, negative energy. And it's because there's a lack of teamwork. This wasn't built on firm foundations. Some of you will be failing in study, but that doesn't surprise me over the last 2 years with what we've put up with. You may have failed at something, but it's so that you can learn the lessons. So don't give up, because now you will understand what mistakes you made and be able to put it right. So even if you fail, everybody fails. Everybody makes mistakes. And Spirit don't want a perfect angel, because perfect angels can't help anybody. They've never been there. They don't know what it feels like. I'm just going to pause you and put the light on because I'd forgotten. It's very dark in there. It's unfortunate because it's tough love as far as Spirit's concerned. It's unconditional love, but it's tough love. And they don't sugarcoat it. You will learn the hard lessons, and then you're supposed to pass your knowledge on to others so that they can go through whatever they're going through with your help, possibly making it easier. So spread your word, speak your truth, whatever it is. It may be at work, it may be in a relationship. People who've been there will be there for you. You are coming out of this toxicity. You are rising from the muck of the swamp like the lotus flower. Can you see it? So, 3 years is mentioned. But there is ties that are being severed. Illness, bad temper, impatience, addictions, all the obstacles that they can throw in our path to see how much we can take. They only give it to those who can take it. You need to walk away from the misery of the past. Let it go. And there's the Leo again. So this may be a Leo that's been going through it. Country. Somebody that's been battling constantly upstream to do what's always been done. The salmon are a creature of habit. And so are we. There are family karmas. And we follow the pattern of our ancestors over and over again until somebody decides to break the mold. So stop swimming upstream against things and start letting life flow. Somebody here has been used at least 6 years. The rooster is those born 1993 plus or minus 12 February to February. There's a lack of give and take. And whilst we don't give to receive, we don't keep giving when you get nothing back. There is a celebration and a reunion that may end this toxicity. The shackles will be broken because of it. Someone needs to take action. So we've got 3 cups there, 3 pentacles there. We've got 2 wands, we're at the crossroads. And he's decided to take one of those and leave the other one behind. Made a choice at which path he should take. And it's not a clear path because it's dark. So he needs something to light his way, to guide him. We all need something. And there it is again. So today's card, so the 8 and 26, is massively important. This is a burden that feels too heavy to bear. But Spirit say you are strong enough. Don't give up. Last year may have been horrendous. Those born last year or 12 or 24 or 36 years previous, the year of the ox. Release that burden. And this is the Hermit card, the Buddha card, 9 or 27. It's walking away from perhaps everything you ever know or believe to be true to find your true path. It's following your North Node. The grasshopper is a very lucky sign. It's health, hospitals, but it is healing. It was the lockdown card. It is hospital doors, no doubt, and it's healing on a higher plane. Yeah, there'll be no apologies, there'll be no communication, there'll be no improvements in finances, etc. But till hell freezes over. But there we have it. They finally told us that these are hard lessons we have to learn. They're both the same card. The 14 can be turned around if you stand on your own 2 feet, if you nurture yourself. The flamingo gets its colour from the shrimps that it eats. You have to nourish yourself with the right diet, the right energy coming into your field. Look after yourself and stand on your own 2 feet. Be patient. They know it's been hard, but they want you to realise what's important, and really that's you. It's not about being selfish, it's about self-preservation, looking after yourself. There has been a change, a run of bad luck, things not going your way, number 10, but it was all so that you don't have to go through it later on a bigger scale. Learn from these lessons and then go forward on your true path, your North Node. Look at where your North Node is, what planet and what sign is there. Which sign is there, not planet. Again, you can't make it up. We're at that crossroads. It is up to you whether you put yourself through this toxicity any longer, or if you decide that today's the day you're going to take that new path. Yeah, there is a lack of abundance, so that will be holding some of you back. There is a feeling of failure, but you are more than halfway there. Any failures are necessary, even though you may be cursing Spirit for letting it happen. There is a separation here. 6 or 24, Gemini energy, twins, a severing of ties, siblings, negative communication. And impatience. There's no point in being impatient. You'll just have to go with the flow, because it's all about divine timing here. Again, a bond is broken. Severed ties. And arguments with a woman. Unhappiness, lack of abundance, a failed pregnancy perhaps. Nothing can grow in barren lands. It's time to plant your seed somewhere where it will grow. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. Arguments with a feminine energy. The military, May the 31st and November the 11th. There's too many majors in this today for it not to be a big A. The 30th and the 3rd are important, and I know there's some astrology. I will look, see what it is and post it for you. There are enemies, but those enemies may well be yourself, and you've got to overcome those enemies. Or there'll be no reunion. There's bad memories from the past, from childhood, perhaps even child abuse. You have to nurture yourself, love yourself as a mother would love you. Queen of Cups, unconditional love, but not just for others. You have to give the same love and respect to yourself. Possibly a Scorpio female. So, be grateful for your inner peace, because Spirit know how hard the work was you did to achieve it. So they're acknowledging that you've worked hard. You've done everything they asked. They know that. They just want you to be patient a little bit longer. So don't give up. The song says don't give up. Imagination. Your thoughts need to stay positive. They are your building bricks of life. For everything begins with a thought. So if you're thinking negative, you will manifest negative. Add creativity to that thought and you have imagination. Every castle starts as a castle in the air. And this image is then grounded by architects and builders. Something may have been wrong in the plans because we've got the failure of the architects and builders there. The team isn't working. The angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life you want. When you hold that vision with no doubt or deviation, the angels see the clarity and your intention to open doors to help you. The angels' wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcome. You're at that crossroads. What's it going to be? Be certain that you have the purest intentions, so it's not just because you fear going alone. The image your dreams, then imagine your dreams, and start that process of creation. Picture positive outcomes for the highest good of all. Positive outcomes doesn't mean that everything goes back to the way it was. It means that the problems are faced, and if you have to sever ties, that those ties will be severed amicably, and that it is in the best interest of everybody in the long run. Maybe not in the short term, but in the long term it is. And there we have sacrifices. You have to make sacrifices. The number 10, I'm afraid. Karma is visiting at the moment, and it won't be pretty. So, bit of a bummer, but they are giving us hope, which is the most important thing. 7 of Cups, it's your choice. Spirit can give you fate, but you make the decisions for your destiny and the consequences that come with it. 7 months is mentioned. The whole idea of compassion is based on keen awareness of your interdependence with all living beings. So maybe there's an interdependence here with you and someone else. You're all part of one another. The name Thomas could be important. You are going into the unknown. The best thing to do is surrender to that mystery. This card indicates poetry, music, art, psychic mediumship, but also nebulous thinking. So like I say, somebody's deliberately trying to confuse you, or you may be confusing yourself. Any words spoken or promises given are either poetry from the gods or words that are lies. But more positively, these may be messages from spirit or tapping into your own higher awareness. It will be difficult to get to the bottom of the issue, and you may see smoke and mirrors, find yourself engulfed in nefarious mists with blame cast on the wrong person for the wrong reason. With this card, you want to be absolutely clear and out front with everything. Neptune is a planet of sacrifice, so you will be asked to sacrifice something. And usually it's related to your ego. So that small child that inner child having a tantrum, saying, but I want it this way. The only way I can be happy is with this person or in this job, or if this goes my way. Instead of thinking about what's actually right. How can we all be happy if some job ends or a relationship ends and they want to leave? Then so be it. Because Spirit never take anything from you without replacing it with better. You will find something that's for you and you alone. Neptune represents our link to all that governs the last sign of the zodiac. Pisces is connected to everything past, present and future. Neptune shows where we are vulnerable and also where we want to escape. There are opposites in all higher things. Lovers can become porn stars, reverie become drunkenness, and dreams turn into nightmares. Unfortunately, Neptune represents self-destructive or self-sabotage. You may be caught in a situation which is unclear. The reason behind it may not make sense or is being withheld from you. You may find difficulty getting on the right path or in clarifying a direction. On the other hand, you may be extremely tuned in at this present time, sensing emotions, having visions, and if this is the case, what is below the surface is now being brought out. Be careful of trickery and playing emotional games. If a beautiful person enters your life, test that relationship. He or she may be too good to be true or the love of your life. So see how they treat cashiers, waitresses, etc. because sooner or later, that's how they will treat you. This planet also represents sleight of hand, tricks, supernatural creativity. You cannot be a poet or a mystic without the rays of Neptune influencing you. It's like falling off the edge of the universe into a place we trust but have no concrete idea as to why. So beware of deception and confusion, but at least there will be poetry and reverie. You have options. It's your choice. What are you going to concentrate on? Mystery, confusion, enchantment, wandering, passivity, and secret enemies. So someone may have been your enemy for a long time and you just didn't realise it. And there it is again, Gaia, Mother Earth. You are being loved, or you should love yourself unconditionally as a mother would love. So get grounded, go into nature. And nourish yourself is what Spirit's saying. You've got to look after yourself. Stand on your own 2 feet and don't expect anything from anyone, because they will only use it against you. Gaia is the living body of earth which we take sustenance. So again, it's about diet. Warmth, darkness, deep rest and refreshment. A restoration at the deepest level of your being. Restoration of natural cycles, creating a firm and clear foundation for projects or relationships. The Earth Goddess Gaia brings you the promise of regeneration through going deep within yourself to emerge with a new clarity. Gaia brings order to the chaos. She represents stability coming into your life. So, like I said, don't give up. And safety. She demands careful preparation though, and the groundwork has to be done to her satisfaction, which means you have to learn the hard lessons so that you're strong enough to complete your karma. She will bring fruition to your hopes and dreams. She will calm your fears and hold you tenderly in her arms, rocking you gently into the future. She brings mothering at a deep level, understanding, nurture and guidance. So, they're not going to let us drown. We're in the rapids. You're going to be fine. Taurus, speak your truth, especially about material matters. Go into war, Mars, a 4th house. 4th house is Cancer. It's the stomach, the breast, the home, your ancestral line, the colour red, your home, your parents, your childhood, inherited patterns. What did I say about family inherited curses that you have to break? Environment, upbringing and the womb. It could also be marriages, friendships, institutions, religions. Taurus, Mars in Taurus. Tenaciously assertive, determined, immovable, obstinate and indolent streak. So someone is being stubborn. Mars in Taurus is slow to anger but has a ferocious temper and is attracted to earthy types. So there will be some fraying tempers. There will be some impatience. There will be probably some conflict and harsh words, even violence for some. But you will overcome this and you will be stronger as a result. Not a very bright and breezy read, is it? But trust me, it is for a reason. And for that reason, I'm going to read a light workers card, because it is a bit, it's more than a bit important. There's so many major arcanas there, it's unreal. So, yeah, this is a biggie. But the end of this month we knew was going to be quite extreme, didn't we? Yeah. And the thing is, you're finally waking up to something. And it's been a long time coming. Maybe in the back of your mind you always knew, but now you can't ignore it anymore. They can't confuse your mind anymore. You are very clear and see very clearly. 90. A new way of being. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths, things that maybe you brushed under the carpet as maybe you was being paranoid, and discovering more and more about who you truly are and why you came here. You may find that you experience past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of your life and past lives, or even Kundalini Shakti, which is not pleasant, rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink things. You must stand your ground, share your experience with like-minded souls, people, while consciously integrating them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service to others. There are ideas, truths and concepts, books and creations waiting to be birthed in this world, but you cannot do it while you stay where you are. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to give birth to one of these creations. So if you're sometimes, not saying this is for everybody, but sometimes if you're unable to conceive or you've not been blessed with a child in a relationship, it's because that relationship wasn't meant to last and the child was not meant to be conceived within it. But you'll know if that is a positive relationship or not. Some relationships here, whether with siblings, whether with partners, whether at work, are not productive. They're on barren land and not built on firm foundations. During this time of transition and awakening, you will be called to devote yourself to be of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books and creations waiting to be birthed in this world. You must stay open to receiving them. Even if you've been hurt, you have to stay vulnerable. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following to your light activation. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe using me in a way that delights my mind, body and spirit. So they will only do what's good for you. They are not allowed to do anything that is bad for you. That doesn't mean that bad things don't happen, but then they happen for a reason, and that eventually you will see the bigger picture and be glad for it. So I hope that helps somebody, because somebody's on the edge here. Somebody thinks they can't go on. You can. You are strong enough. Believe me, I've been there. So don't give up. The song, I shall post it in the comments. Thanks for listening. Bye.